Out here, danger rarely announces itself.
And searching the dark does not guarantee you will find anything.
And somewhere in this darkness, human hands are still at work. Pressure strong enough to crush steel surrounds everything. Pressure strong enough to crush steel surrounds everything. Weeks away from land, from sunlight, from home. Weeks away from land, from sunlight, from home.
From the depths, their work begins to travel.
Sometimes it begins with something small. Sometimes the only trace left is silence. Where countless hands have shaped the invisible foundation of our lives. Hidden beneath the waves lies a world almost no one has ever seen. To build, maintain, and protect the world above. And yet, humans still come here.
Living in spaces smaller than memory. Rising through water into the world we know. On the surface, the ocean keeps its secrets.
And when the work is done, the ocean keeps its quiet secret. Far below the surface, something enormous stretches across the ocean floor, completely unseen. Beneath kilometers of crushing water, an entire hidden industry exists. Beneath kilometers of crushing water, an entire hidden industry exists. Living between two impossible worlds. Days blur. Reaching continents, carrying voices across silence.
Many who worked here are stories few will ever hear.
Because beneath the surface is not just water.
This is not single machine, not a single place. Machines go where humans cannot. The surface above and the deep below. The surface above and the deep below. Linking millions of lives who may never know how they are connected. And still, the work goes on.
working in silence miles below the surface.
This is where the real story begins.
This is where the real story begins.
Even voices from home fade too quickly.
Every message sent, every light turned on, every quiet conversation.
Because the world above is always waiting. Unseen, uncelebrated, essential.
Down here, even giants look small. To survive here, humans bring their own light.
And then they go back inside.
So much of our world depending on something so fragile. After every moment of fear comes a question. This is the world beneath the surface.
Robotic explorers, built for depths no human body can endure.
Where the air is different and silence feels heavier.
Protected, repaired, watched over every single day.
Why do they return to a place that takes so much?
Every movement, slow, precise, irreversible.
The same walls, the same sounds, again and again.
Because the world above never pauses to wonder why it can continue. And beneath it all, because beneath the danger lies something greater than fear.
When the work is finished, nothing announces it. Guided from ships far above the waves.
Because sooner or later, the ocean calls them back.
The beginning of connection, of progress.
No monuments, no applause, only silence.
Where unseen pilots work in silence. Where unseen pilots work in silence.
And every descent could be the one that doesn't return. Lines that will carry voices, power, and possibility. Years will pass, currents will change, and the ocean will move on.
Seeing the ocean floor through robotic eyes.
Out here, danger rarely announces itself.
All reaching toward the world above the waves.
Yet what they build will continue long after they leave.
Every bolt tightened, every cable placed. Must be perfect.
A world that rarely sees what holds it together. Carrying voices, ideas, and lives.
Because failure here is measured in millions.
Blending back into the vastness that surrounds it.
Tools designed for a world never meant for humans.
The ocean remains, larger than anything we place within it.
Two worlds, separated by water, connected by human will.
And when the work is done, the ocean keeps their secrets.
And the deeper we build, the further our future extends. And those who build here remain mostly unseen.
But the greatest danger is not the machines or the darkness.
So we return to the question we began with.
It is the ocean itself, pressing from every side.
Because this story is only halfway told.
At these depths, even steel begins to feel fragile. Beyond the edges of what we have built lies everything still waiting.
The answer is quieter than we expect.
Every breath, carefully measured, carefully controlled.
A new generation of machines designed for depths we are only beginning to reach. It is not a single person or a single machine. One fragile lifeline connecting them to the surface world. Not guided by hands, but by intelligence of their own.
But thousands of unseen hands working together in silence.
If anything fails here, rescue may never come.
Charting landscapes no human eyes have ever seen.
They built the lines that carry our voices.
So they live inside steel for weeks at a time.
One day, construction may begin without ships above. One day, construction may begin without ships above. The power that lights our nights.
No sunrise, no night, only waiting.
Cities of function, forming quietly beneath the waves. The pathways that allow the world to keep moving forward.
Because the work must continue, no matter the risk.
Power gathered, stored, and protected in the deep.
Most will never know their names or their sacrifices.
And every time they leave, they step back into the unknown.
And the deeper we go, the less the ocean needs us there.
Yet their work touches every life above.
Building beneath the ocean begins with precision. What was once an empty abyss becomes our next frontier.
They are not just workers, but guardians of connection.
Every movement controlled to the millimeter.
And the question is no longer can we build beneath the sea, but how far we will choose to go.
And the world beneath the sea is built, so the world above.
First, the ocean floor itself must be reshaped.
But the ocean was never empty.
Some stories end, not with noise, but with understanding. Then, thousands of tons of steel descend, slowly, silently. Long before our cables, our machines, our ambitions.
The ocean remembers, even when the world forgets.
There is no room for error anywhere. Two worlds, now sharing the same darkness.
And every journey upward carries their work with it.
Even fire can exist in the deep. A balance, older than memory, easily broken.
Back into the light, where life continues unaware.
A single joint must survive decades of pressure. A single joint must survive decades of pressure.
Every line we place leaves a mark the ocean must carry.
A world moving forward, supported by hands it may never see.
Because once buried, repair may take years.
So we are learning slowly to build with care.
So the ocean hides the work forever. Measuring what we change before change becomes loss.
For the risks taken, the silence endured, the work completed.
And when it is done, the world above never notices.
Proof that progress and preservation do not have to be enemies.
All so the rest of us can simply live.
Across the ocean floor run the quiet lines of human connection.
Because the deeper we build, the greater our responsibility becomes.
Unseen,
unheard, but never unimportant.
Invisible pulses of light, carrying the world's information.
And this journey is still only beginning.
Beneath the surface, the story continues. From continent to continent, through places no human sees.
Before the descent, there are always quiet moments.
Night falls, and the ocean grows quiet.
Together, they form a hidden network beneath the seas.
Every layer worn is a promise to return.
The internet is not in the sky. It lives on the ocean floor.
They understand the danger long before the ocean sees them. A place of silence, of pressure, of unseen effort.
Fragile glass fibers, protected only by steel and distance.
And still, they step forward.
A single break can silence entire regions.
So when failure comes, the race to repair begins immediately.
Because down here, survival is never a single effort. And when the signal returns, life above continues, unaware.
Here, time is not counted in minutes, but in breaths.
But the ocean does more than carry information.
They build things most of the world will never see.
It is becoming one of humanity's greatest sources of energy.
And when they rise, the ocean keeps their story below.
Because the real work continues far below the surface. Each tower anchored into the floor of the planet itself.
Carrying electricity across silent distances beneath the sea. Together, forming underwater grids of clean power. Where energy from the sea is gathered for the world above.
Traveling unseen, from open ocean to human cities.
Every second, millions of messages cross the oceans. And somewhere in this darkness, human hands are still at work.
Powering homes, streets, and entire lives.